Hello, this is Good Man for Good Man Radio Show on this Wednesday. It's halfway through the work week, and we're halfway there to New Year's Day. Year 2021. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. And then Friday is New Year's Day. Everybody's going to enjoy it and everything and whatever, and stay safe out there and be masked up and everything. And things are getting a lot worse than we thought it was going to get any better. I don't know really what's going on with it, but you should be starting getting your stimulus checks of $600, or depends on you. If you got two people, you get $1,200. I know some people are seeing it right now. I already heard people I've seen on Facebook are already in stores spending it already, like they're going out of style. Some people I know it works at Walmart and places like that. But hope everybody's enjoying the nice. We got a little bit of a chilly 42 something degrees and cloudy, rain on the way, and everything on this Wednesday here in Greenville, South Carolina. If depends on when you're listening to me and downloading and everything else. But sitting back here enjoying some nice music. Some interruptions now, but sitting back listening to Pandora's 80s music radio. Right now they're playing Daryl Hall and John Oates' Maneater. What I was listening to earlier, I was listening to Stacy Q, Two Hearts Hearts. And a lot of different other songs on here. I love listening to Pandora's music. I'm on TuneIn Radio most of the time, listening to radio stations. Like locally, if I can't pick them up at 103.3, 95.9 RFFM. Or 107.9, The Big Cheese out of Wisconsin. And you can find my podcast on TuneIn Radio also, if you type in Grand Man Radio Show. Or you can Google it, it'll come up too. I'm on radio.com. You can find me on Spreaker.com/GrandDemand. You can find my like page on Facebook/GrandDemand45. Come check me out. I post all kind of different things of what's going on in the area and what's here and there, and some kind of good music or something cool on my page and stuff. If you want to come check it out on Facebook/GrandDemand45. So I better jump in here and do a podcast while I'm sitting here not doing much right now. I'm fixing to get up and do some things on this gloomy, dreary, cold Wednesday here in Greenville, South Carolina. Hope it's nice and gorgeous wherever you are. I know they're getting hammered some more snow up in the Wisconsin area. Last night there was a lot of snow going on. They expected 3 to 5, maybe plus in some areas of Wisconsin as of yesterday. I ain't checked the forecast from up there or even the temps. Everybody's going to know the snow's going to be on the ground for a long time up there for them. And they got to see a white Christmas in Wisconsin. I remember forgetting me and my wife traveled up there during Thanksgiving. It snowed on the first day we was up there. On Thanksgiving, we hadn't seen snow down here until we got up there. But we learned our lesson and go during the summer next time, during the close to the summertime. You know, when it's a lot more, not expecting, winter weather and cold. It's a lot safer to drive during the summertime or spring, whatever you want to call it. Well, now we're doing pretty good and everything, and hope y'all are too. And thanks for listening to the Good Man Radio Show. I'm going to make the show more interesting because in about January 11th, it'll be 2 years doing this. And back 2 years ago, I had my first interview on a cruise ship, Carnival Ecstasy. We got married on the Carnival Ecstasy on August 20th, 2016. And then we went on our second one, and I interviewed Joe Bronzy as my first person to interview, a comedian. And he was on the cruise ship, and he did the podcast with me. And it's kind of a cool one, and you go back and try to find it. I think it's somewhere about show number, I don't know exactly the number on it. Around maybe January. Maybe episode 10 or 9. I can't remember exactly. That's about the best episode ever I did with him. And I've had Greg Morton from American Got Talent. I had Ashley from 60 Days In. We talked to her a very good long time. I have my good friend and the country music singer now, Honky Tonk Sound, Jeff Anderson. Now, he's been on my show many a times, and I hope he'll be back more. I don't really know when, but let's see what else. Let's see. I had my mom, me and her did some paranormal talking about stuff. My wife's been on the show several times, wife Sue, and everything, and we talk about all kind of stuff. Every time I go anywhere, I got to talk about traveling. And come February of last year, we was on the Carnival Sunshine, where I did a show from there and everything, and that was a fun show, and it was awesome. I loved it. The most funnest show ever. We went out to eat. Where did we go out to eat last night? Oh, we went to the Hall of Fame over here on Wade Hampton Boulevard in Greenville. It's a Hall of Fame restaurant. They do specialty burgers and sandwiches and all kind of stuff. And I had a bacon, egg, and cheese with an egg on top. It's like it was bacon, egg, and cheese because it had egg and had lettuce on it. But it was on toast. It was kind of good. It was really good. And everything. And I love, coming out to y'all and try to, make the show. I'm locally here in Greenville, and my show is originally from here. I did the last time I was on, the last show I did, we traveled to Tennessee and did a Gatlinburg one and talked about that, what we did up there. Tried to do the show live. I think it got screwed up the first time I did it and had to redo it over. Because of where I was sitting, I think the air conditioning screwed up something. I don't know what the deal was. It didn't go well. I should have recorded it and then re-put it back up. It probably would have worked better. I didn't think about that at the time. I'm trying not to do the show live now. I don't know. I can come up more in my head if I'm recording and stuff, I guess. I don't know. I got Joe Gatto from Practical Jokers. His book is on his thing about his being Italian and dog and stuff like that. He has rescued so many dogs and stuff from shelters and everything. He has a lot of them. And for my Christmas, I got the Clemson Tigers trading card set. We got Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, a lot of good names in there. What's that, T. Higgins, but don't. Got a pair of socks. Let's see. I got a Dachshund thing to put on the back of my car. I got to do that today. Got some candy. I got a video game of Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy for my Xbox 360 and 3 Xbox One. My wife I got her a book on. Have you ever seen Pioneer Woman? She wrote her own book on her life and stuff, and I got an autographed copy of that for her. And I got her some Debbie Michael, I don't know how to pronounce that person, author. She does a lot of Christmas books. I got a bunch of those. I got a Bobby Flay cookbook. And the girl that was on One Day at a Time, Barbara Bertinelli, I got her cookbook for her. I got a pretty cool books for my wife, and got her a pizza pan she wanted and some spatulas. Got her both Clemson masks, but I thought they was cloth, and they couldn't find the rubber-like. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle that. She got me a cool t-shirt to put underneath. It's like cut-off shirts. I like wearing them most of the time. But mostly I put jerseys on to wear in case I take the shirt off. And I like showing off my tattoo on my right arm. The only one I have is my heart. And everything. And yeah, a lot of crazy things at night coming in my dreams. I don't know what's going on. I think the paranormal thing is revving up right now. It's like going crazy. I hadn't had stuff like this in a long time. It's like driving me loony. I'm having conversation with people that ain't even alive. I'm like, this is crazy. And everything is like, your grandma's dead and the person you're trying to talk to is dead. I'm like, what is going on? I don't know. It's just weird stuff sometimes. But you don't understand it sometimes, and sometimes you do. And I have a lot of people reach out to me, and I'm like, I'm not even thinking about these people. Sometimes I have my grandparents show up a lot in my dreams, and I know my grandpa helped me get to where I was backstage working and stuff. He kept showing me him backstage working. Kept showing me in behind stage in the Balo Center, well now Bon Secours Wellness Center, but showed me backstage helping out back when I was younger and stuff, and I could be able to do stuff like that and everything. And I worked backstage at the Peace Center during the Phantom of the Opera. I got that pass, and as a pusher, cart pusher, whatever you want to call it. Kind of had a fun thing with that, and got to see Fleetwood Mac up close and say hey to them. It was kind of cool. They say hey back. It was the most awesome thing ever. Got to see wrestlers up close like Bill Goldberg and stuff like that. Stephanie McMahon are very up close several times, and to be around those stuff like that, it was kind of cool. I'll never forget when the first Monday Night Raw ever came to Greenville. I was on the front, on the row, on the floor. And the other day, Mick Foley got the crap beat out of him by Edge and Christian. And they got fired the same night. It was on December 18th, 2000. I remember that date because that was the hardest ticket to get. And I was the only one who went to it. That was back when I could do a lot of more walking and when thinking clearly, when I did a lot of them walking back then when I was younger. But, I worked my butt off in 8 years at a drugstore, and it used to be Rite Aid. Well, I started off at Rite Aid. Not Rite Aid. Was it Rite Aid? No, Eckerd's before that, and then it changed to Rite Aid, and then it changed to Eckerd's, owned by JCPenney's, went to Eckerd's Brooks, then went to Rite Aid, changed all the way over, formatted, and then started closing the store, and now it's non-existent anymore. It's kind of weird, you work for a company for 8 years, and then I did 3 years at Walmart. I worked more in security companies than I ever anywhere else. I worked at Spartan Security first in Pinkerton, and then went to work for a drugstore for 8 and came back into security again. Then there was ABM Security, and after Walmart, I did loss prevention at Hamrick's, and did that for about a year. Then I had to leave. I just couldn't. They weren't making enough money for what I could, do for the hours. After Christmas, it went downhill. Plus, they made you work on Thanksgiving. That kind of sucked all day. But I've been through some rough times with things and stuff I did. Unloading trucks like crazy on my own. I think that kind of did some work on me, and I don't even know how I did half of it. I was so tired. But now I'm, I always want to work in radio and everything. That's my big dream ever since I was a kid. Now the guy that does the traffic, Action Jackson, for 103.3 95.9 FM, gave me the idea back a couple of years ago on when I see him downtown when he was working for the other radio station. That Downtown Alive and stuff here in Greenville, the big thing we hoping we get to go back to again. Miss it this year because it was about big show promoting of all the stuff going on downtown here in Greenville, South Carolina. That's one thing I love down here is going to that, and my wife volunteers, and she's a big heart of this, helping people and stuff and putting her heart into things. And she did a great relief with her company, but she's been doing that for a long time, way before that. And, she'd go help families out and wrap, for people, wrap gifts for people in need, stuff like that and everything. And this, the big thing. And then the Salvation Army ringing bells for that too. And outside of Haywood Mall. Mall was crazy. I don't think I could walk through the mall this time of year now, or any time now, since now you gotta wear a mask the whole time. That's something that, it's hard to get used to, because when you look back, we didn't have that problem. We only got one theater open up here in Greenville, in this heart of the city. We ain't got no Regal cinemas right now. All we got is Camelot here in Greenville. And I can't wait to see the new Wonder Woman 84. I got a feeling it's going to be on DVD by the time I ever get to it. Or renting on the Redbox sooner or later. Or whenever that happens, or renting on these other things. I don't know. But it looks like a pretty good movie. I have the originals television series, Wonder Woman. I got season 3, season 1, season 2. I only went through 3 seasons with Linda Carter and everything. And a very good movie, I think. A very good TV show and everything. All right, I'm going to jump out of here. We'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday show, and hope we'll be back tomorrow on the Thursday show. I know we got some rough weather coming, and they talk about maybe some rough weather on Friday too here on New Year's Day. But I'll be back tomorrow for the Great Man Radio Show. Peace. I'm out. It's Sock It To Me time. Yeah, it is.
Now, folks, it's Sock It To Me time.
Sock it to me, honey.
Well, I've never been bored before. Hey, it must be Sock It To Me time. Sock it to me.
Sock it to yourself.
Sock it to me.